For EP, climbing walls and handholds is our business, but that's really not why we're here. We're here to enrich people's lives and introduce climbing to the world. We know that once somebody gets an opportunity to go indoors and climb on a climbing wall, that they're going to be hooked and they're going to be a climber for life.
And it's a very warm welcome from me, Johnny Bryan, and I welcome you to the land of the rising sun. We are in Japan for the final leg of this Asia Tour on the 2014 IFSC World Cup circuit. Around 60 athletes have come here this weekend to try and take the penultimate World Cup of the season here in Inzai in Japan. We're about 45 minutes east of Tokyo in a indoor arena for a change, unlike the other previous two World Cups. We've been outdoors fighting off the elements and the heat, but this time we're in a nice cool arena inside a big school gymnasium here in Inzai in Japan. Around 60 or so athletes came, and we now remain with just 52 in the women's semi-finals and men's semi-finals coming up shortly. And as you'll see, the Japanese team are here in abundance. There is plenty of them that we'll see in the early part of the semi-finals, starting with Yuko Hideshige, Mo Yoshimura, Sakiko Osawa, Masahito Nishikori, Asami Harada, Arina Miura, Tsukaze Mizuguchi, Mino Nonaka. 8 of the first 9 will be from Japan. Netta Fredman from Israel and Barbara Barker make up the first 10. Barbara taking part in the 151st World Cup after that anniversary last week. Nikki Van Bergen, followed by Dinara Fakhridinova, who's lost a bit of form recently, it must be said, since the early part of the season. Aya Ono, the World Youth Champion, Katerina Posch, Aga Tajima, who did so well at the World Championships in Gijon, Charlotte Durif, Yuka Kobayashi, another one who's done well at recent time, Christina Scrons, Risa Ota, Kim Jae-in, followed by Erin Zelenko, Akeo Noguchi, Maya Vidmar, Annick Verhoeven, Magdalena Roca, and Mina Markovic, who's looking for a hat-trick of World Cup titles. Kuzu Aida and Niato Hakamada will get the men's semi-final underway, followed by Elan Jonas McRae, Tatsumi Nita, Kokoro Fuji, Minoru Nakano, Hiroto Shimizu. As I said, plenty of Japanese athletes here in the early part. Magnus Midbo didn't do too well in qualifying, but still made the top 26. He'll go out at number 8. Or Vexler of Israel 9, Naoki Shimatani 10. Followed by Loic Timmermans, Akito Matsushima, Rei Sugimoto, Ramon Julian Pingbo. Okay, a bit of a surprise actually, it being that so early at the semi-final. He only had a 5+ on one of his qualifying routes yesterday. Mario Lechner of Austria then, followed by Masaharu Noguchi, Yuki Hada, Keiichiro Korenaga, Stefano Kisofi won his maiden World Cup crown last week. He'll go at 19, followed by Gautier Subert. Sean McCall, Sachiyama taking part in his first World Cup here in Asia and taking part in home soil. You'll see an interview with him later. Domin Skovic, Romain de Grange, and then Jakob Schubert and Adam Ondra. 26 men, 26 women will take to the wall shortly, and one of those 26 women will be Mina Markovic, who is looking for a hat-trick of World Cup crown. She did it 12 months ago here on Asian soil, and she's looking to do it again, and that's what she had to say. Mina, welcome to Japan. Now, last week you won in Wujiang, the week before winning in Mokpo. I said last week there must be something in the water in Asia. You seem to do brilliantly over here.
Yeah, definitely. I feel really good in Asia, and especially last week when we stayed in China after Wujiang, it was the best week ever.
Yeah, a lot of the climbers would have come straight to Japan from China. You guys stayed out in Shanghai. Explain what you guys got up to.
It was incredible, the best decision ever, really. Actually, we stayed in Suzhou, like half an hour from Shanghai, and our Chinese friend Chao Lei arranged us everything. There was a boulder wall just for us, the big wall. We could put a holes in, but there were already plenty, and it was perfect time for training, shopping, spending time together. Big fun.
So in a way then, you've come here to Inzai with a lot of confidence, as it were, because you found the perfect gym to do the perfect training, as it were.
Yeah, with a perfect coach and perfect company.
Let's look ahead here to this competition here in Japan. As I said, you must be full of confidence from those 2 victories that you've had in the last couple of weeks. But that being said, do you still have enough energy in you? How's your hands? How's your skin? Are you 100%?
Yeah, I'm having more and more energy because everything is really fun and good together. My skin is getting a little worse, but it doesn't matter. I can tape them and it's perfect, and I just want to climb.
And I know, no doubt you will over this weekend. Let's chat about yourself and your career. You're one of the leading athletes in World Cup victories in league climbing. You and Jan Kim well in double figures. Maya's got 10, of course. You're about 17, Jan's about 21. What is the key to winning that many World Cup titles?
I think the physically I'm really on a top for a couple of years, and I'm just continuing this training and everything is going on a top and further. So I don't know, with years you also get a confidence, you get this feeling to fight, to prepare on a comp, and it's definitely advantage, but sometimes it could also be disadvantage because you can make a pressure to yourself and want to put yourself into this winning mood, but then things can get worse. It just need to come out.
Speaking of pressure, a month from now you're on home soil in Slovenia, in Kranja, for the final World Cup of the year. How much are you looking forward to that?
I definitely like Kran, but this year I'm really not looking for overall. I just want to climb these comps which left till end of the year, because we all know the beginning of season wasn't perfect, but now it's perfect and I want to enjoy climbing and don't care about else.
One final question from me. After Kranja, there's the off season. What are you going to get up to for those few months?
I'm looking to go outside on a rock, but yeah, definitely also to do some rest, but everything is so nice now that I almost don't want to do a rest, but I know I will need it.
Well, 2 out of 2 here in Asia. Let's hope it's 3 out of 3. Mina, best of luck for the weekend.
Thank you.
Yes, interesting the thoughts there of Mina Markovic, who did so well on this Asia tour last year, and she seemed to recapture that form this year as well, doing so well out in Mokpo, very good in Wujiang, and it's an excellent form in qualifying yesterday. We're just a couple of moments away from getting underway. These are the 2 walls that you can see. The men's semi-final will be on the left-hand side, the women's on the right. And as we've got a great crowd here in Inzai for this time in the morning. It's 9:27 here local time. And just to remind you, of course, at home in Central Europe and some parts around the world, remember the clocks go back shortly as well. So if you're watching us live, remember to reset your clocks for the final, which will take place later on this afternoon here local time, around about, we think, 3:45 here local time. So just bear in mind that the clocks go back in a lot of, especially in Europe, in the next few hours or so. So remember to keep that in mind. As I said, a great crowd here in Inzai here this morning. I'm just looking out towards the crowd, and it's hardly a seat to be left to be taken, to be honest. There's still people still streaming in as well. They were queuing around the block here this morning when I arrived. There must have been a good 200-300 waiting outside the door to watch some of the best climbers in the business trying to World Cup glory here in Japan. And one thing I must say, it's my first time here in this country, and myself and Johnny Rhodes, we've been having a fantastic time of the culture here and the people who've been so amazing with us. It really has. It's one of the politest nations I've ever been to, and it's such an honour to be here. It really is. It's been a wonderful time that we've had here in Japan. We spent a couple of days in Tokyo. So a lot of the climbers, in fact, who spent a lot of the time in Tokyo. The Slovenians didn't know, which is quite interesting. They spent the time, the Slovenians and the Spanish teams, they spent a lot of the time out in Shanghai and in Suzhou, in fact, as well. Yeah, in fact, to be precise, where they found a great climbing gym there, and they've been doing a lot of their training there. Where some of the climbers been taking up some of their time seeing the sights of Tokyo. Well, Adam Ondra and Sachiyama, they've been climbing out on boulders in Japan. So it takes one to their own, as it were. So some climbers have been doing some things to relax. Some have been training this week. It's been different modes for different climbers, and the first climbers making their way out, Yuzuko Aida, and for the women it is Yuki Hirosige. Two young climbers, both in their teens, and they are getting this. Apologies for that, and they're getting this semi-final underway. Yuzuru Aida, 17 years of age, 6 in the Singapore World Youths 2 years ago in this category. Took part on the Asia Tour 2 weeks ago. He was out in Mokpo, but he made the semi-final and came in 25th place. No doubt the route setters will make sure that they made 2 fiendishly difficult routes here. They want splits, that's what they aim for, of course, and entertainment in the final. They'll make sure to try and get the cream to rise to the top. Last week in Wujiang, it really was a champion's graveyard last week in that semi-final. Jakub Schieber falling early, Adam Ondra falling early, Jan Kim falling early. Dana Fikatanova falling early. Really a champion's graveyard it really was last week in Wujiang. One of the quickest semi-finals I can remember, in fact, as well. I can see the Japanese crowd, very partisan, trying to get behind all these climbers. And quite a polite crowd as well. Of course, I'll keep you an eye on results as they come in. And of course, just to remind you, the hashtag on Twitter is IFSCWC. If you want to get in touch, keen to hear your thoughts, as always. Where you're watching in the world. If you're still awake in Central Europe, remember to put your clock back soon. Yuki Hirosige, a good start here from the young Japanese climber. I spoke too soon, as always. Yuzuru Aida made it to the 15th hole. In the next climber out is Naoto Hakamada, 22 years of age. First World Cup of the season. Hakamada, the world number 36. As I said, his first World Cup this season. 10th in Wujiang. Last year's best ever result. A 28 plus and a 22 were his scores in qualifying for the 22-year-old.
On the right row, for the woman, flying Moe Yoshimura of Japan. 右壁を登りますのは吉村萌選手です。
Mo Nishimura getting a semi-final campaign underway as well. Remind you, of course, if you're new to climbing, each climber has 8 minutes in these semi-finals to tackle both of these routes, and of the 26 semi-finalists taking part, the top 8 will go through to this afternoon's final. 24 plus for Yuki Hirosige at the beginning of this semi-final.
こちらの吉村選手も先週の長崎国体ではリード1位ボルダーに乗せていただきます。
Nashimura, 17 years of age, took part in one World Cup so far this season. That was out in Hayang, where she made a good account of herself. In fact, it's her best ever performance, coming in 14th place. 19 plus and a 30 plus were her scores in qualifying on the two routes. And just getting off underway is Ilan Jonas McRae. He's been training with the Slovenian team and travelling with them as well. He's on good form, and I was having a chat with him last Sunday in the hotel in Wujiang. We'll find the rest point here. Trying to build up some energy to tackle the second half of this route. It's where Yuki Hirosige is home stuck. You can hear the Japanese crowd cheering every move that Mo Yoshimura makes. Light round of applause for Mo Yoshimura. She's the early pace setter in the semi-final, just two climbers down though, of course. Now Ilan Jonas McRae, the 19-year-old, or number 21. 22nd out in Hayang, 22nd in Imst in his semi-final performances, 14th in Mokpo, 10th in Wujiang. He was knocking the door in Wujiang actually last week, and when everybody else was seeming to struggle, he came up with his best ever performance in a World Cup. But he's having a little bit of difficulty here though. Does well. .29 and a 26 plus with his scores, but so near yet so far. Mo Yoshimura, 28 was her score. Ilan Jonas McRae with the lead with the score of 21 so far, but still plenty of climbers to go.
人成績リード4位、ボルダー3位の成績です。
Two more Japanese climbers, Sakiko Osawa and Tatsumi Nita.
さあ、左側に挑みますのは新田辰巳選手です。
さあ、大阪選手は、今回、リードを獲得する選手ですので、今日ぜひ、この順位少しでも上げてもらいたいと思います。そしてこれから登り始めました新田選手はですね、選手も、
Tatsumi, 22 years of age. Took part in 2 World Cups so far this season. From 19th in Chamonix, didn't qualify in Briançon though. In 28th place. 8th in Qinghai. The World Championships there 5 years ago was his best ever performance. Made the final. Osawa, 23 years of age. 25th in Insight. 2 years ago was the best ever performance. First World Cup this season. Seems the early female climbers just getting unstuck in a particular technical part of the route in the roof section. See how the later climbers tackle that part. Meantime, Nita. Good move from the 22-year-old. This is good stuff here from the Japanese climber, Tatsumi Nita. She's got to keep it together now and really try and set the benchmark. Good effort. Sato Nishikori, the youngest climber in the field, 15 years of age. We saw her out in New Caledonia in September, but she came 8th in her category. 26 and 27 moves were her scores in qualification. And also joined us Kikoto Fuji, 21-year-old. Again, one of the unknowns of the Japanese team. 20th in Inzai 2 years ago. This is his best ever result on the IFSC circuit. Unranked, first World Cup of the year. As Kikoto Fuji departs, Sami Harada begins. Yes, again, another of these Japanese climbers that's a little bit of an unknown. But just goes to show the amount of talent that the Japanese team do have, in fact. I believe those 61 climbers, I think, are so registered, and 30 of them were from the Japanese team here in Inzai. Harada, as I mentioned, 19 years of age, 27 plus and a 22 plus were two scores in qualification. And Minoru Nakano, 30 years of age. took part in the early Alpine swing of the season in Chamonix and Briançon. 23rd, made the semi-finals in Chamonix. 44 in Briançon for the world number 63. Five climbers down in the men's semi-final. Nakano will be the sixth. Led so far by Tatsumi Nita, 28 plus is his score. Kokoto Fuji, 23 plus. Ellen Jonas McRae, 21. Yuzuru Aida, 15. And Naoto Hakamada, 14 is where we stand after five climbers. Mo Yoshimura leads the women's semi-final with a 28. Masato Nishikori, 25 plus. Asami Harada, 24 plus. Yukihiro Seige, 24 plus. Sakiko Osawa, 23. So around the mid-20s mark so far for both semi-finals. Arina Mayora also getting underway, but this is good stuff here from Minoru Nakano. Awkward little roof section this, the road setters have put in. Nakano currently horizontal to the floor. Going someone's a little bit of a rut there. He might have hurt his back at the same time. He's holding it currently. He's okay, he looks okay. In the meantime, Mayura. The 19-year-old. Again, another one of these unknown entities of the Japanese team. Unranked. First World Cup of the season. Hiroto Shimizu. Saw him in the early part of the Asia Tour. As in Mokpo. Also with the World Youths as well in Mumea. Shimizu, the 18-year-old, the one number 38, 30 and a 27 plus with his 2 scores in qualification. 17th in Haiyang earlier this season as well. The 18-year-old, another, no doubt, a climber with a bright future. But his semi-final was not too bright. Rueful smile from the young Japanese climber. We thought he could have done a lot better, but that's the end of his campaign here in Inside. Jogging out, getting ready for battle. Against this route is Tsukasa Mezaguchi. And the Viking of Lee Climb has also joined us, starting his route, Magnus Medbo from Norway. Mezaguchi, 20 years of age, world number 70. Took part in 1 World Cup this season. That was 24th out in Haiyang, and again, another climber you don't see too often. 22nd out in Inside 2 years ago was a better result. Magnus, 25-year-old, the one number 12. Bit of trouble in qualifiers when he had a 17 plus on his second route. Come off the wall a little bit early, hence why he's out early in this semi-final. At number 8. 10's been his unlucky number this season. He's been 10th 4 times. In Haiyang, in Briançon, in Imst, and in Mokpo. 12th in Wuzhang, 11th in Gijon. Made the final in Chamonix when he came in 7th place. Medbo not wasting any time. He had 90 seconds to this point.
Now his world ranking is 9th place. And he also participated in the World Cup Mongol in Korea and in Rio, China too. He has taken place 12th in China and 10th in Korea. Let's go with Thomas. Thomas選手です。
And this is the awkward part of this route action for both the men's and women's routes. 28 plus is still the lead in the men's semi-final. Tai Minoru Nakano and Tatsumi Nitta are the Two climbers on that score. Mizuguchi holding on. Mid both slips. And Mizuguchi also departs. So, half an hour in, about a quarter of the way done. 28 is still the lead in the women's lead semi-final by Mo Yoshimura. Erina Mayura of Japan, all Japanese climbers so far in the women's semi-final, I should say. 26, Masato Nishikori 25 plus, Asami Harada 24 plus, Yuki Hirashige 24 plus, Sakiko Osawa 23. And in the men's competition, minus mid-boat score yet to come in. It's still Minoru Nakano who currently leads right now with 28 plus, Tatsumi Nita 28 plus, Kokoro Fuji 23 plus, Elon Jonas McRae 21, Yuzuru Aida 15, Naoto Hakamada 14 plus, and Onoto Shimizu 13 plus at the top 7. And Team Israel both coming out at the same time. Ove Weixler and Netta Fredman have come to join the semi-final party. Well, a little bit different for these two. Usually, good teammates these. If one of them's not climbing, they're filming the other. They might have a little bit of difficulty this time. Magnus Midbow scorer has just reached us. He got a 30. He now leads the men's lead semi-final, but still a long way to go. And Tsukasa Mizuguchi also leads the women's semi-final. Her score was 28 plus. So those are the scores to beat. The two Israeli climbers. Both no doubt have enjoyed their time on this Asia Tour. Alexa, the 22-year-old. 22nd in Mongpo, 16th last week in Wujiang, his best ever result in league climbing. Netta, 19 years of age, the one number 26. And just missed out on the semi-finals in Chamonix, which came in 27th place. 28th in Gijon at the Worlds as well. Some two good efforts, 17th in Moppo and 15th in Wujiang. Again, Team Israel had a good weekend last week, both their personal bests. Ove Weixler finishes off his Asia Tour. Rueful smile from the Israeli athlete. No doubt a little bit disappointed though with his efforts there. Feels he could have done a lot better. Fredman though, can she go better?
年世界ユース選手権ではユースカテゴリーで優勝しております。また島崎選手、兄弟でクラブにをされておりまして、お兄さんは今回は本大会スタッフも務めております。
Japan's Naoki Shimatani just starting off. Netta Fredman is the one who's got to try and make the move here. And it's a difficult one, really is. So now the partisan crowd gets behind one of their own, the 17-year-old. Fourth in the World Juniors in Noumea a few weeks ago. Tapatin Mopo, good account of himself as well. 12th place. Shimatani going towards this very difficult part of the route. Magnus Midbo still leads the men's semi-final with a 30, by the way. Netta Fredman now leads the women's semi-final with a 29 plus. Still, what, 18 climbs or so to go. Shimatani the pass. Interesting now, Miho Nanaka. 4 bouldering finals this season. Hasn't taken part in any league competitions. The 17-year-old. 35 plus and the 32 plus. The scores in qualifying. As I mentioned, she's made the bouldering finals on 4 occasions this season. She seemed to recall doing excellent in Laval. Yes, she did. She came second place there. We've got a Gayo Noguchi to come out later on, who of course is a great all-round climber. Loic Zimmermans of Belgium. 30 plus and a 29 plus for the 19-year-old. Niggling with a heel injury that he picked up in Noumea after treading on a sea urchin. Hopefully he feels a lot better now. That was over, what, a month or so ago. But it's been niggling on this Asia tour. They came 24th in Mokpo and 18th in Wujiang.
And Loic just participated in the World Cup China Mobile, and he has done 18th place.
So Loic, a young lawyer to be, as he said to me in Noumea. Going to be at university, studying in his part-time. He's studying law. Interesting chatting to Adam Ondra last week in Wujiang when he was on commentary with me at He's studying economics and business management. Jakob Schubert, who's a knowledge on economics. It was something that made me laugh last week. I'm wondering if Adam and Jakob do sit down instead of talking about climbing, the chat about the Eurozone. It's something that did intrigue me and did make me chuckle. Barbara Barker, her 151st World Cup. Amazing to think that Barbara started out her first World Cup 16 years ago, in 1998. To think when Barbara started out her first World Cup, the Spice Girls were still having #1 hits. It was that long ago. Disappointment for Loic Timmermans. That's the end of his Asia tour. Hopefully he'll be back to full fitness for Cologne next month. The final lead World Cup of the season. November the 15th, 16th, I do believe. Akito Matsushima also gets us underway. The 32-year-old who's had a couple of good results in recent time. 7th in Mokpo, 6th in Wujiang. Disappointment there for Matsushima. He'll be very annoyed with himself there. And I don't think it'll be a final for Akito this time.
So, Climbing World Cup Insight 2014 is presented by Hakai-san and Mahmoud. Hakai-san どうぞおよびマブトによりまして今回の大会はスポンサードされております。
12 athletes down in the men's lead semi-final. Magnus Midbo still leads with that score at 30. Nicky Van Bergen just getting underway as well. 10 athletes down in the women's competition. The lead still with Netta Fredman of Israel with 29 plus. Of course, the hashtag IFSCWC want to get in touch. I know Kev from the UK has. Really keen to see hopefully some more Brits doing league climbing in the future. You mentioned one Brit I saw in particular out in Noumea, Molly Thompson-Smith. Made a good account of herself out in New Caledonia and maybe a star for the future. You're right there, Kev. And I hope you put your clock back as well, Kev. It's around about that time in the UK as well. Ray Sugimoto and Nicky Van Bergen have graced us with their presence on this walls right now. And Nicky getting to this difficult part of this roof section. Netta Fredman still leads 29 plus. She's not far away from it. Van Bergen, the 21-year-old from the Netherlands. And that's as far as she goes. Ray Sugimoto, the 22-year-old, 19th out in Mokpo. That was his first lead event in Mokpo since junior climbing. So obviously giving the lead a go. As you see him on the bouldering walls, of course. 29 and 32 plus with his scores in qualification. And a good move there from the Japanese climber. The Japanese crowd appreciate the efforts of Ray Sugimoto. Now then, Dinara Vakritinova, who has had a hellish time this season. She really has since winning that European title 12 months ago. Started the year in brilliant fashion, making two finals, which comes 6th in Hainan, 5th in Chamonix. Since then, it's been downhill progress. 10th in Briançon, 13th in Imps, 26th in Guijon. She was 26. She didn't should have been isolation on time. 11th in Mokpo, 13th in Wujiang. She's got in a bit of a rut at the moment. But this would be a good place. Try and find some form for the world number 6. Male route is just going through route clean, it's reached halfway.
スピード、それからリード、そして2013年の、ドイツミュンヘン大会ではボルダーで、5位という成績を収めてますので、オールラウンダー、全ての、競技に活躍しているというそういった選手ですね。
そうですね。ヨーロッパではやはりいろんな競技に参戦される選手が多いんでしょうか。
一概にそうは言えないんですけれども、ロシアの選手とか比較的スピードにエントリーする選手が多いですね。
そうですね。ロシアとか周りのバルトの国々というのは割とスピードが強いっていうイメージがあります。
はい。作業部の、スピードのルートを利用してですね、こういったクライミングの、競技力全体を高めるといったトレーニングをいろんな国で行いますので、日本もね、今後スピードボールとか、必要になってくると思いますね。
そうですね。
ニナール選手、比較的、女性の中でも小柄な選手ですね。
She's on this difficult equation on this route, especially around this section. Nobody's got past 29 plus so far. Of the first 11 climbers to go out.
前回の銀座大会にも出場しております。
Scottish Mr. Match take the lead.
こちらの壁2度目の、に触るということになります。
さあ、ダバイにな、ダバイ。
ロシア語のナンバーはダバイになります。ダバイで応援をよろしくお願いします。
ダバイ。ダバイにな、
ダバイ。
カモン。
ナンバーでも大丈夫ですよ、皆さん。
さあ、こんにちは。
はい。ナンバーは
どういったやはり、上位の選手になりつれて、苦しいところでですね、それを超えてきますからね、この先もおそらく言ってくれると思います。
ディナーラ選手なんですけれども、前回はロシアチームで、参加して非常にいかついおじちゃんの、監督さんが見えてたんですけれども、今回この小柄な彼女が一人で参戦しておりまして、
バクテノーバ
の受付なんかでもですね、もう皆さん服を着ていると普通の可愛い少女という
A little bit of patience here. Find a foot in there. It's difficult. They're having difficulty, the women. 12 down, 14 to go.
競技の方も、仲間に差し掛かりますけれども、やはりだんだんと、高度が上がってきているのが分かりますね。
今回のセミファイナル、出場者は男女ともに26名になります。先ほど男子
So we're halfway through the men's league semi-final and 12 climbers down in the women's. We haven't reached the halfway mark yet, so should be one more climber to come out, and here she is, it's Iono. 19-year-old world youth champion from Mumaya, 7th place last week in Wujiang.
そうですね、ちょっと落ちるところが厳しいところがその辺からあるのかもしれません。
そうですね、ラシッドの方は非常に難しい、いろんなところが難しい感じに見受けられますね。
はい。さあ、そしてじっと壁を見上げて1年、スタートいたしますのは日本の尾上彩選手です。Now, Aya Omoe is starting.
Donata score was 28 plus, put into second place.
尾上選手が登場しました。尾上選手はですね、今年ニューカレドニアで行われました、ワールドユースジュニアのカテゴリーですね、そこで、ぜひですね、優勝という快挙を成し遂げました。そして、後半戦ですね、ワールドカップの方にも中国、そして、その他韓国ですね、
知り合い、ファンの方が近場ですので、たくさん見えてると思いますので、小野選手、頑張って、その力を背中に受けて、クライミング、より一歩でも高いところを目指してください。
The World Youth Champion. Find the formula here. 13th place in Mokpo 2 weeks ago, 7th place last week in Wujiang, which made the final. Three different World Cups, you could say. In Mokpo it was raining. Wujiang it was hot weather, sticky weather. Here we got perfect conditions indoors.
さあ、小林選手、そこから頑張
落ち着いて頑張
さあ、乗ってきた。まだまだ。
さあ、一段と声援が大きくなってきております。小林選手、頑張
さあ、頑張れ。
Every move greeted by a cheer by the Japanese crowd, and looks like Ayano is going to have the lead in the semi-final. Question is, how far can she go? The rueful smile towards the crowd there, actually. From Aya.
そうですね。
さあ、頑張れ頑張れ。さあ、おそらく、
Double world champion. Lemon Gideon, Igor there just coming out. Oh no. Still going strong. Most definitely in the lead though. And that will be a tough score to beat. Which is the difficulty of this race. Julien P. Blanquet, the double world champion. Hasn't won in a while though, hasn't won all season in fact. Second place at the World Championship in Gijon on home soil. A move away from winning the third world crown. Didn't happen. Second place last week in Wujiang. A move away from winning the 17th World Cup title. Didn't happen. Stefano Gasolfi took it that day. Hasn't won in a while. And a bit of a shock yesterday. He only got 5+ on one of his routes. Really took his eye off the ball. Hence why he's out at number 14 in this semi-final.
では4位、中国戦では2位に入っておりますので、今回日本でどこまで、その成績を上げてくるかが楽しみです。さあ、スペイン語の、ナンバーは、ベンガという言葉になります。それから
Oh wow. Well, Ramon will not be making the final, and he is annoyed. You can see in part there he was beginning to doubt himself. And no doubt will be very frustrated. That'll be the end of his Asia tour. Throws the rope away in disgust, and he's annoyed. Not a happy man.
The Climbing World Cup is a 2014 presented by Hakai-san and Mamoru. And on the right wall now the cleaning time.
So route climbing, or route cleaning I should say, is taking place on the women's route right now. So as we've got a little bit of a break in play, let me tell you where we stand. 14 climbers have come out so far. This men's lead semi-final and is led by Magnus Midbo of Norway with a score of 30. Minoru Nakano, Japan, 28 plus. Tatsumi Nitta, Japan, 28 plus. Naoki Shimatani, 27 plus. Rei Sugimoto, 27. Kokoro Uji of Japan, 23 plus. Elan Jonas Betray, here they are on the board in fact, 21. Akito Matsushima, 18 plus. Or Vaxler, 15 plus. Yuzuru Aida, 15. Loic Termans 14 plus, Naoto Nakamada 14 plus. There's a shock here, isn't it? Ramon Julian P. Blanquet, what a shock that is. 14 for the double world champion, 13 place, and Hiroto Shimizu 13 plus in 14th place. Manuel Lech can just get underway, but very quickly we'll run through the women's scores for you. Led by Aya Ono of Japan with a 35. Netta Fredman of Israel, 29 plus. Danana Denova. It's not happening for Danana, is it? 28 plus. Tsukasa Mizuguchi, 28 plus. Mo Yoshimura, 28. Barbara Barker, 151 not out with a 27. Vicky Van Bergen, 26 plus. Arina Mura, 26. Misato Nishikori, 25 plus. Miho Nonaka, 24 plus. Asami Harada, 24 plus. Yuki Hirosige, 24 plus. And Sakiko Osawa, 23 is the 13 climbers who have been out so far. And Katina Posch will be the next climber out very shortly in about 5 minutes or so. But her Austrian teammate is on the wall right now, and that is Mario Lech. Done us up for Mario last week. Made a final. First time in a while. There's a good result here in Inzai, making 4th place here in the past, 2 years ago in fact. Best ever climbing result. So, good stomping ground for the 23-year-old, the world number 15. Manuel Lechner's race. Ron. Interesting to see what the top score will be on both of these races. Oh dear. Oh, Lechner not happy. Chucks his shoes away in disgust. Thrown his shoe away to the other side of the arena. You can see it there. He was annoyed last week in Wujiang and not happy here. It's a bit of a McEnroe moment for Manuel Lechner. I'll be surprised if we don't see a card out there. So with IMC technical delegate Christoph Pilon talking to one of the judges, and I think that might be the case. He might be showing Manuel Lechner a yellow card here.
それに向けて各選手もですね、ワールドランキングの方もかかってきますので、よりフライングレースが思ってくるようです。ただ今年世界選手権がありましたので、選手の中にはですね、世界選手権をピークに持ってきている選手もいますので、若干スカーレを引きずっているような選手ですと、この5月のワールドカップ
That was the case. Just went over to Manuel and just showed him the yellow card. Zoro Noguchi. Massive shout before he gets underway. Whatever you want to do to psych yourself up. Noguchi, the 22-year-old again. Another one of these teams that these Japanese trying to see to bring out the Japanese team. Hasn't taken part in any World Cups this season, unranked. 15th in IMST in 2012, which is best ever result. He has climbed before in the past, but not that often.
Okay, now on the right wall, starting Katarina Koch from Austria. 右側に登場しましたのはオーストリアからの参戦、カタリナ・コシ選手です。
カタリナ選手もオーストリアでは最近伸びてきている若手の一人ですね。
はい、彼女の現在のところの世界ランキングは8位です。
Kata Posh also getting us underway. Women's resuming, I should say. And Noguchi, a little bit of struggle here. Has recovered well. Shaking a little. Is he going to hold on? No, he felt it was not far away. He takes up the beat layer on his way down. Well, that would be probably his race run. Katarina Koch in the meantime.
Going on her way. It looks good, Katarina. Let's go.
20 years of age, won number 8. 2 finals in a row in Asia. 5th on both occasions. And that's been a better result in league climbs. She's been 5th on 4 occasions, in fact. Pass. Played the top 8 in Briançon. of course, that final didn't happen because of the adverse weather that we saw there.
もちろん表彰台を狙ってきていると思いますので、まずこの残り注目したいと思います。
はい、アジア3連戦におきましては、韓国で5位、中国でも5位の成績になっておりますので、今回も非常に注目株の一人と言えます。
皆さん、ここの Wi-Fi の数わかりますか？いや、わかんない。これ見て決まったらしい。あ、そうなんだ。
あれだ、ダリナ、あれだな。あれだね。Yes.
Luis CatalinaもAle Catalinaさあ左壁にこれから取り付こうというのが原由紀選手。Now the standing is Yuki Hara of Japan. Ale Catalina
Yuki Hara of Japan. 17 years of age. She's 18th at the World Youth. So 5th at the World Youth, I should say, in Noumea. 18th out in Mokpo. Still Magnus Midbos 30 is the score that leads the semi-final. Katrina Posch. Try and surpass Iono's score, who's current leader. 35. Not making a bad effort of this either. Bringing this good run of form here to Windsor. Fingertips to it. He'll be up there, and that's no doubt about that. Give it a score when it lands. Yuki Hara. 17th climber to enter within the semi-final. Yuka Tajima also starting, but Yuki Hara's the climber. It's going to Magnus Midbos 30 a bit of a run for its money. This is the area though, and it's gets another one to fall through that trap door. Korenaga scores 28. Magnus Midwell still leads with that 30. Yuki Tajima, 16-year-old, the World Youth Champion in 2013. 8th place in Mokpo. Did well by for the 16-year-old. 35 plus and a 40 plus for the scores in qualifying. Took back in high angle, scored 23rd. No doubt a climber with immense abundance of talent. Let's see if this is showing here. Choro Korenaga, the 18-year-old Japanese climber, former Asian youth champion, also starting his climb, and after Choro will be able to give you permutations of who needs what in the final 8 men, who's going to make the final and who isn't. But for the last 8, feel, on paper, they all should, because there is an abundance of quality. Kisolfi, Zubair, McCall, Anna, Skopitz, Bicon, Schubert, Andre. So who's who of men's league climbing?
そして左側を登りますのはコレナが慶一郎選手ですね。コレナ選手も比較的に大きなリーチではないですけれども、これはですね、パワフルな、リズミカルな登りが彼の持ち味だと思いますね。今年彼の方はですね、スペインで行われました。
Currently, Iona's 35 still leads Kathleen Posh in second place with 34 plus. Netta Fredman of Israel 29 plus in the top 3 in the semi-final. Move from Tajima, holds on. Good stuff from the 16-year-old. The youngest climbers in the competition, Yuki Tajima, which is really making a fantastic look at that flexibility from the youngster. Wow! Definitely a talent for the future. Choro Korenaga now. This exceptionally difficult part of this route. All the climbers have gone here so far, but this Japanese crowd really keep Choro on. That's as far as it goes. 8 climbers remain in the men's lead semi-final, and now the score to beat is Magnus Midbow's 30. So the next climber who comes out, who's the recent World Cup winner, Stefano Kisolfi, surpasses the 30, he's in. If he doesn't, Magnus Midbow makes the final. 16th climber to come out on the women's lead route. Charlotte Dury of France just limbering up, getting ready. Ika Tajima in second place, 34 plus for the young Japanese climber. Aya Ono still leads at 35. We have 11 climbers to go in the women's lead competition.
乗り切ることができるかというぐらいのね、ハラハラするような、時間と勝負を見せてくれるんですけれども、今回はですね、この傾斜ですので、8分間あればね、十分な
Chola Kodanage to second place, that's 28 plus.
したいと思います。
Saleh Kasolfi, winner of the most recent World Cup. Winning last week out in Wujiang. Went out second or third in that final, if I seem to recall. That's Yak of the week before when he won in Moppo. And also, no doubt, you've probably seen Stefano doing the rounds on social media from the Equity Day Doubts in Las Vegas on the television game show Ninja Warrior. He's part of the European team doing well there.
大会ではその真ん中優勝しております。現在のところ、世界ランキングは9位です。
現在21歳、まだ若手なんですけれども、
Kasolfi, I think, was made in the World Cup victory this year. 6th place out in Moppo a couple weeks ago. 8th place in 10th Worlds, 7th place in Hayang earlier in the year. A lot of climbers have been saying to me, Gijon, that's easy. Champion in the making, loads of talent, and it's only a matter of time. The maiden World Cup crown this year, and no doubt he'll be full of confidence coming here into Rinzai. Alex Dudy, 24-year-old from France, former World Cup winner. Joined the Asia Tour out in Wujiang, didn't take part in Moppo. 14th place last week. Final in Gijon, Kamei. 4th place in Hayang, 7th in Chamonix. Knocking the door for podiums this season. Well, Stefano is disappointed there. World Cup last week, it won't be another one this week though. That likely will not be good enough. Well, that's brilliant news from Magnus Midbo, who will be in the final here in Enzai. Yeah, Kasolfi 11th place with that only a score of 21, so not going to be Stefano's week this week, but he will leave Asia with a World Cup crown that he picked up in Wujiang last week. Charlotte Dury in the meantime, so we're concentrating on right now. Iona's 35 is the target. Charlotte, very, very patient climb this. 4.5 minutes at this point. right position to his breast point. She's cross-legged, cross-armed.
見ていて、登っている途中の顔見えませんので、こういった時ぜひですね、割と女性ミシン
So already taking up 5 minutes of allotted 8 to this point. Gauthier Super just getting underway on the men's route. Who's been brilliant in semi-finals but hasn't brought it to finals in recent time. A couple of shocking results in finals, in fact, coming off the wall early.
左画面上に映りますのは、ゴーティエ・スペル選手、こちらもナスカルの参戦です。アレキー・クロス。
Charlotte Duluth is not to get a move on here, but he has a lot of the time resting here. A little bit of confusion maybe. He's only got just over 2 minutes to go.
ゴーティエ選手は、先ほど紹介しましたように、男子ですね、ここ最近非常に力をつけている選手ですね。まだ優勝経験とかはないんですけれども、必ず、決勝戦には、顔を連ねてくると、そういった、実力の持ち主です。
はい、韓国大会では8位、中国大会でも8位。
I'm going to say Charlotte then boxes onto a corner here, but she seems to be coming out of it, but it's been good 2 minutes around this area, and now time is eaten away. There's only 90 seconds left for the 24-year-old French athlete. Move there from Charlotte Duluth, but she's in her final minutes of her climb. Around the clock for you right now. Gauthier Super, 2 minutes into his climb, going strong. Now, time is the enemy now for Charlotte Duluth. 35 is the score to beat. Not getting far away from that area. This is the area where Kata Bosch I had only got to. Hopefully that rest period has given Charlotte a lot of energy as she enters their final half minute. Very conservative climb there from Charlotte Duluth, but it might be good enough. Indeed it is. 35 matches Iono's score. She leads by the count back and now has the lead in this semi-final.
ここまではゴーティエ選手、どの選手よりもかなり安定してきていると思いますね。
Good this super now. Good stuff this. +28 is now the score he needs to be at. I think he's at that mark anyway, so as Magnus Bidbo is thrown, only 7 climbers to go, so looks like Gauthier is going to make the final, but it's a question now of nearly went. Also he's rested, recovers well. I think nearly falling during his rest, giving him a little bit of a fight there. Well, I think Gauthier should be enough. make the final. Give me confirmation when it lands. Yuka Kobayashi.
日本代表するドライバーの登場ですね。小林優香選手ですね。
One of the climbers in perform of recent time. Second place last week in Wujiang. 7th in Dijon, the World Championships.
行われました世界選手権ですね。
Board number 11. 45 and a 39 were the scores in qualification. Super Elite 31 plus is the score. It's in the final. Six climbs to go on the men's route. The women's route is in a lot of time, and a lot of climbs to the girl. It's another 9 to go after Yuka.
ちょっと昨日ちょっとゴールした時に、ちょっと壁をきつく、足をぶつけてなかったのも見受けられましたけれども、そういった影響がね、なければいいんですけれども。小林選手はもう、
And Sean McCall has just entered the arena. About to get underway. Shortly, Yuka in the meantime.
特に小林選手はですね、
Charlotte Duluth is at 35, top eight.
どんどん行くっていうタイプではなくて、かなりこう頭で考えて、じっくりと持っていくのが彼女のスタイルだと思いますね。
Okay, now he's coming. Declining on the left floor is Sean McCall from Canada. 左から登場いたしましたのはカナダからのショーン・マッコール選手です。
さあ、カナダからエントリーのショーン・マッコール選手。この選手も非常に小柄なんですけれども、素早い登りが特徴ですね。非常に力がある選手です。でショーン選手はですね、ボルダーも出ますし、ルートも出ますし、そしてたまに、スピード競技がですね、併設されている大会では、スピード競技も出ると、もう全ての競技において、エントリーをして、活躍していると、かなりのオールラウンダーですね。
はい、リードの方はですね、このアジア3連戦におきまして、韓国、中国の5位の成績を残しておりまして、現在の世界ランキングは2位です。
カモション、イエス。
小林選手のパ
カモション、イエス。そして小林選手、この位置に入ってきました。
Kobayashi really loses her footing but recovers well. Patient start from Sean McCall as well. She's watching before he makes the move as well. Plenty of time. Taking her time, making sure she's got the chalk on her hands to make this move. God knows she can. And now, Kobayashi has the lead in the women's semi-final, and could we have the first top here? No, but she has the lead. Sean McCall, 28 plus is what he needs to qualify. I think he surpassed that mark already. I'll wait for confirmation of it though. I think it's around about that mark. Plus is what he needs. Doesn't look too happy about it. At this moment. Still, gentleman as he is, the great sportsman, still appreciates the crowd. Score yet to land. Does Christina Scorns just coming out. Yuka Kobayashi leads 37 plus in the women's lead semi-final. 9 climbs to go in the women's lead competition. Just 5 to go. And it'll be a big cheer now for Japan's very own Sachiyama. He's just entered the arena. Sean McCall's score still hasn't been inputted, so they're obviously a bit of deliberation about where he got. It's around about the 28 mark, it's 28, 29 maybe. It still hasn't landed into us right now. Sachiyama. Christian Scorns getting towards the business end now of this semi-final.
Yes, on the left route is Amma Sachi of Japan. 左カメ日本のアンマサチ選手の登場です。
さあ、選手はもう多く語らずともやはり代表する選手ですからね、まずじっくり見ていきたいと思います。
Good news if you're a Canadian climbing fan. Sean McCall did make it. Second place, 30 plus was the score. Sean will be in tonight's final. Sachiyama got to get to 28 plus to make it to the final later on today. We haven't seen Sachi for the last couple of weeks. Doing a lot of outdoor climbing. Took Adam Onda to a bouldering site this week. Adam's in fact been staying with Sachi in his home. Both, of course, very good friends. Silent actually for Sachi. Not many cheers trying to cheer him on. They just want to make sure he gets about the right mark and then they'll start cheering then. Trying to give as much concentration as they can. Christian Scorns are quietly going about her business. Sachi's in the final. Christine Scrones though, disappointments. Sachi's about the same points where Sean McCall came off. I'm guessing on the 30 plus mark. So Sachi will no doubt make it when the score gets inputted into tonight's final. Indeed, actually, surpassed it. 32 has the lead. So still Kate Choro Kodanangis, 28 plus to the target to come for Domin Skofic, Romain de Grange, Jakub Fubit and Adam Ondra. Christina Scrones just come off the wall momentarily. Not going to make an impact really on the top 5. In fact, it doesn't. 29 plus for Christine. So we're now at the point of permutations in the women's semi-final with 8 climbers left to go. The target is Yuka Kobayashi's 37 plus. Teresa Otter. Pass it. Then she makes the final. If she doesn't, then Yuki will be in the final. Domin Skofic. Chatting with Domin last week in Wujiang. Again, a lot of climbing fraternity feel. It's just a matter of time now for Domin, the 20-year-old. 2 podiums this season. He said that was his target. Start the season was to get a podium. He's done it twice now. 3rd place in Chamonix, 2nd place in Mokpo. Climbed brilliantly in that final in the rain. 20 plus is what he got to do to get into the final. For 2 minutes into the climb here, Skofic, award number 8, 4th on the overall this year. Excellent season. Top in out and a 33 plus in qualifying. Risa Ota goes. Yuka Kobayashi's in the final. Skofic. Bit of a patient climb this has been from Domin. He's nearly halfway through his allotted time. Seem to win for Charlotte Durif, using all of your 8 minutes. Charlotte came off the wall in the end with about 10 seconds to go. And she's now the target in the women's lead semi-final at 35. So the next climber who comes out, Zhang Kim, not surpass it. Charlotte will be in the final. Domin Skofic needs to get to 28 plus for him to guarantee his place in the afternoon in about 4.5 hours from now. Good over body strength from the 20-year-old Slovenian. Kim Jae-in. Disappointment last week for him. She was one of the casualties of that semi-final. Really well, it was Champions Carnage, I think it was. It was Champions departing the wall left, right and centre. Oh yeah, one thing you just noticed there, that's look at her right knee, it's been taped up. So yeah, it's a recurring injury of Kim Jae-in's on that right knee. May have to receive some treatments on it in the near future. Skofic. Quietly going about his business. And I think has reached around that 28 move mark. Yeah, just under 2 minutes. Just Domin Skofic. Kim Jae-in, who surprised us all last week, but it wasn't the only major shock that left the wall early in that semi-final. Happened to Ondra, happened to Schubert, happened to Blanka Dinova. When I say early, it was like we're talking a third of the way up the route. Kim Jae-in needs to get to 35 if she's to make the final here, and we've seen her climb in the past. It's very much patience is a virtue for the South Korean. Well, Skofic came off the wall. He's looking a little bit worried. This is 28 plus. It's on that mark, isn't it? You know, I think it's around about the same place where Sean McCall came off, and he was on 30 plus. So, and Skofic, yes, indeed, called it correctly. 30 plus indeed is his score. Skofic in the final. So Kim Jae-in, 21 World Cups to her name. Winning that world crown in September in Gijón after heartbreak so many times before. 4 World Cups out of 5 in the early part of the season. The big pound 3 out of 4 and that world title makes it 4 out of 5 events. Winning in Hayang, winning in Chamonix, winning in Briançon, second in Imst. Didn't happen for her in Mokpo on home soil. Came off the wall early there, and the semi-final last week, she came off the wall mega early there, finishing 10th place. Much to the surprise of everyone. She's halfway through her allotted time here. Romain Desgrange, the European champion, just getting underway. Same score for Romain as the past 4 climbers. 28 plus is what he needs to make the final. Find her foot in. Oh, this has been superb. This has been exhibition stuff from Kim Jae-in, it really has. One final move here and just going off the wall, but no doubt in the final, that'll be a tough score to beat for the 6 women who remain. Most the crowd, Kim Jae-in will be in the final tonight here in Zai. Romain Desgrange though, 2.5 minutes into his climb, already taking a little bit of a rest. Jane leads 39 plus, Kobayashi second 37 plus. Those 2 climbers already in the women's final. Charlotte Durib is the target right now, 35 is the score. And it will be Hélène Génicot of France, the next climber out in the women's competition. Only 3 climbers remain in the men's, and this is one of them. Romain Desgrange. Oh, hello. Well, that was unorthodox. Took a little bit of a jolt to that one. Desgrange. Oh. Wow. What flexibility that is. He's annoyed with himself, but it should be enough. It is enough. 30 was the score for Romain Desgrange, and he's in the final. 5th place for the French athlete. He's annoyed with himself, but he's there. Hélène Génicot, 21st athlete to make it out of the semi-final. 5 still remain. Akio Noguchi, Maya Vidmar, Annika Verhoeven, Magdalena Roque and Martina Markovic are still to come. This women's competition. Jakob Schubert's just entered the arena to begin his campaign in this semi-final. Génicot. Hélène Génicot needs to surpass her fellow teammate Charlotte Durif. 35 is her score. Unlucky for Hélène Génicot. Again, she's about that moment at the 35 move mark. We'll see if it's enough. 34, 35 moves, we shall see. Needs to pass 35 to get into the final. Or even match it. She did. 35 plus was Hélène Génicot's score. 3rd climber in this evening's final. Charlotte Durif's score of 35 is still the target to beat. The next climber is Akio Noguchi, the women's lead semi-final. Jakob Schubert at the top of your screen. Jakob needs to get to 28 plus to get into the final. Bit of a shock last week when he came off the wall really early in that final and was a little bit annoyed with himself, to say the least, winning in Mokpo though the week before. 13-time a World Cup champion. World champion as well. Light round of applause welcomes Akio Noguchi as she starts her semi-final climb. Jakob Schubert made every final this season apart from last week. Winning in Haiyang, winning in Mokpo, 2nd place in Chamonix, 3rd in Briançon, 3rd in Imst, 5th place at the World Championship where he defended his title. Now then, will that be enough? It could be tight. The confirmation when it lands. Noguchi. One of the great overall, all-round climbers. See him many times on the bouldering circuit, which have been fierce rival of Anna Storr. She's pretty decent at lead climbing as well. He's second on a couple of occasions. Did take part over the summer, which made both finals, 6th and 7th in the Alps, in Chamonix and Briançon respectively. 9th place, went out on the bubble in Gijon at the World Championship. And of course, likes to milk it. Wants the crowd to get behind her. Jakob Schubert is in by the skin of his teeth. 29 plus is the score for Jakob. He's in 7th place. 1 climber to go, Adam Ondra. Jakob's in, but he'll go out early in the final. Something tells me, I don't think he'll mind that. Final climber, Adam Ondra. Wins the Bouldering World title in August, wins the World Lead title in September, and since then, he's had a couple of World Cups to forget. Something tells me he may have a bit of a point to prove here. Didn't happen for him in Mokpo. And last week in Wujiang, he said he wasn't really 100% fit with his hands. His skin in his hands. And Noguchi going well. Plenty of time in hand for Mikhail. She's going to be in the final here. Oh, holds on as well. Wonderful. Now then, not to be, but in the final. Japan are going to have a few climbs to cheer on later this afternoon. That is for sure. Now then, Ondra. 28 plus is all he needs to beat. Ichiro Korenaga seems to have been on that bubble for the last hour, I think. He's been the man to beat. Fascinating last week having Adam on commentary with me on our final in Wujiang. Just to hear his thoughts, about what happened when he won that world title, not only in Munich but the one in Gijon as well. Interested to hear his thoughts, what he's going to be doing in 2016, playing the World Championships, where it'll be all in one again, won't be separated in Paris. There's no doubt he's going to take on his World League title, and he said possibly he might defend the World Bouldering title if the scheduling is right. But no doubt whatever happens, he's encased himself into the history books. Maya Vidmar, the 4th to last climber in the women's competition. Vidmar, 4th, 5th, 8th in the last 3 of the last 4 competitions. Went out on the bubble in Mokpo in 9th place, didn't make the final. She was 1 short. 4th place in IMST, 5th in the World Championships in Gijon. 10 World Cups to her name. And Ondra is in the final. Question is, how far can he go here? Again, something we were chatting about last week, wasting no time, getting on with it. That's what he seems to do, is a quick climber. And that will be more than enough, I would have thought, to make the final. Depends where, I reckon, We're on the 30 plus mark again. Might get him out. Might put him in third place. Give you confirmation when it lands. So we're just down to the women's final. Four climbers still to go, including Maya Vedmar here. Annika Verhoeven still to come up. Magdalena Roca and Mina Markovic. 35 is the score they're chasing. Andra second place, 31 plus. Sachiyama will go out last, 32. And he leads after the semi-finals. So we know the 8 that will tackle the final here in Inzai, and as I said, it's a bit of a who's who really of league climbing. Sachiyama, Adam Ondra, Gautier Super, Dominic Skofic, Sean McCall, Romain Degrange, Magnus Midbo and Jakob Schubert will be the 8 climbers who'll tackle that final route in around over 4 hours from now. It's an afternoon final here in Inzai. I think we're going to kick off around here about 10 to 4 according to the official programme. Local time, it's about 4 hours from now. I'm guessing introduction of athletes will be about 3:30 local time. I'm getting nods of agreement around me, so that's what like it will be. Just double check the IFSC website for confirmation. But I do believe that's what time we will be starting in. Afternoon final here in Inzai, because there's a big crowd here at the moment. So I'm just looking around the hall here. There's not a seat to be had. And we're going to try and keep these guys around here, sending them home and sending them back. It is in a school that we are in, to be honest with you. It's a bit of a sports academy that this hall is in. And there's a bit of a fair outside, a bit of a market as well, for a lot of climbing gear being sold. So we're going to try and keep the crowd here and send them home and send them to come back later. They're going to try and keep them entertained before the final starts around 3:30 here local time. Vedmar holds on. .35's the score to beat, to remind you. Vedmar just having just a tiny little bit of trouble here. Making sure she's comfortable before she makes the move, and does so. Still got a move or two to make. She's trying to pass Charlotte Durif for Maya to make the final. Disappointment for Maya Vedmar. You can see it etched on her face. She knows it may not be good enough. Just waiting for it to land on iComputer. It is around that mark. Around the 35 move mark. 35 is good enough for my event mark. That means she'll go early in the final. It is good enough as well, 35. She's there. Indeed. She is there. Right, this is what the confirmation of the men's semi-final. The top 8 that will contest it is Sachi Ama of Japan, Adam Ondra of the Czech Republic, Gauthier Super of France, Dominik Skopic of Slovenia, Sean McCall of Canada, Romain Degrange of France, Magnus Midbo of Norway, and Jakob Schubert of Austria. A very cosmopolitan leaderboard, really is. Keiichiro Kurinaga, unlucky for him, we're going out in 9th place, misses out. 3 climbers to go. Still 35 is the target. Charlotte Durif is the climber now. Has still been on that score for a while. And now we have 3 climbers who are exceptional talents. Anna Verhoeven going through her regular routine, composing herself, getting ready to tackle this semi-final route. 35 is the score she needs to beat to get there. We featured Anak last week in an interview by the lake in Wujiang about being a young climber on tour. A little double feature we did with Dominik Skopic as well. It is available on YouTube. And she feels it's just a matter of time. Podium in 4 times this season. 2nd place in the last 2 events, in fact. A lot of the climbing fans and a lot of the climbers here feel as well that's 18-year-old climber, such a great talent, and I know that a climber has got plenty of world championships in her. So much disappointment from Anak when she only finished in 6th place in Gijon. I felt she could have done a lot better. 1 or 2 tipping of that day to maybe really upset the apple cart and pick up that world crown. But no doubt she'll have another 5-6 world championships left in her at peak form. Open the world number 4. 4th place in the overall as well this year. And let's see how Verhoeven tackles this part. 35 is what she needs. Around about that big blue volume there is the mark. The lead is still held by Zhang Kim, 39 plus. Verhoeven's in the final. Now the question is, how late in the final will she go out? Oh, tremendous. Going to try and swing across. Got plenty of time in hand. Holding on for dear life. It's a difficult move, this. Very difficult move, but still a great climb from Annick Verhoeven. She now leads. Nine plus for Annick Verhoeven, timed as Zhang Kim, but because of the countback from the qualifiers, the Belgian leads this final, leads the semi-final, and will go out very late tonight. 2 climbs to go. This is the penultimate one. Magdalena Roca from Austria. So the one number 3, 46 and a top in qualifying. 3 seconds in a row to start the season. A win out in Imst on home soil. Bronze medal at the World Championships, and since then 2 4th places out here in Asia, in Mokpo and in Wujiang last week. So Magdalena Roca, 2nd place, as I mentioned, her first 3 events of the year. Twice a bronze medalist now in World Championships. She was a bronze medalist as a 16-year-old in Arco 3 years ago. And with the bronze medal out in Gijon a month ago.
この後、競技が終了されますと、一旦この間はクローズとなりまして、このルートの方が振り返られるということになります。入り始めたお客さんは入れますけれども、決勝者はアイソレーションに入ることになります。そして午後の予定ですけれども、男子、女子、競技スタート3時40分の予定です。So now she's keep on going. Let's go Magdalena, Ale Magdalena.
35 is the target for Magdalena Rock. Charlotte de Rees scored, who's been on that mark for a while now. Magdalena 4 minutes to this point. No doubt. Around about the 35 move mark. That'll be enough to see her. Stick it stamped to the final. How late will she go out? It could be very late. Nobody's top today on either route. Can the young 20-year-old be the first? And that might be enough for her to lead this women's competition. Just a plus short, in fact, 39 for Magdalena Rook. Third place for the Austrian climber. Annika Hoven still leads. Final climber. Mina Markovic. Last climber out. And the equation remains the same. 35 is what Mina needs to advance to this evening's final, and it's been a bit of an all-star cast, as it were. Should Mina make it, but the women's final and the men's final is really an abundance of talent. Markovic, the 26-year-old, world number 2, topped out on both routes in their qualifiers, winning the last 2 World Cups here in Asia, and she did exactly the same last year. Has a good record climbing in Asia. Second place at the World Championships, third place in Chamonix, and the rest of that time was some disappointment in finals. Hasn't missed the final all season. Markovic looking strong. Her foot in twice, making a move, and she has done. And it will be Mina Markovic who will take the last spot in the final. Now then, topped out on 2 routes. No one's had a top today. We finish with one. Oh yes, hello. Oh. Mina Markovic in the final. Very knowledgeable crowd here in Inzai appreciated Mina Markovic's efforts. But she will join Annick Verhoeven, Jan Kim, Magdalena Roca, Akeo Noguchi, Yuki Kobayashi, Hélène Génicot and Maya Vidmar in the final in about, 3.5 or so hours from now. Let's give you confirmation of the 16 people who will contest this final in Inzai, the 8 men and the 8 women who have qualified from these semi-finals. The 8 men first of all. Has been, we've had a little bit a score change as well. Sachi Ama has been reduced from a 32 to a 31 plus, which means Adam Ondra is the leader from this men's semi-final with 31 plus. Sachi Ama second place, 31 plus. Gautier Super third place, 31 plus. Those guys are separated due to their comeback scores in their qualifiers, as are Domin Skopic and Sean McCall, both in 30 plus apiece, in 4th and 5th place respectively. Romain Deglon 6th place. Magnus Medbo from Norway makes his second final of the year in 7th, and Jakob Schieber, the 2012 world champion, gets in just about 29 plus in 8th place. Top 8 in the women will be contested by Mina Markovic of Slovenia, 40 plus. She will go last in tonight's final. Annika Verhoeven, 39 plus, tied with Jan Kim. Annika, of course, separated by their countback score. Magdalena Rock, 39. Akeo Noguchi, good climb from Akeo, 37 plus, tied with Yuka Kobayashi, her fellow teammate, and 37 plus. Ellen Zheniko, 35 plus, and Maya Bidmar is the one who scrapes in on 35, tied with Aya Ono and Charlotte Lee, but Maya goes through because of her countback score in the qualifiers. So there you have it. All the results are on the IFSC website, of course, and I do hope you can join me in around about 3.5 hours from now, around 3:30 here local time, for the final of the IFSC Climb World Cup here at Ninzai for 2014. On behalf of Johnny Rhodes, this is Johnny Bryan saying a very good afternoon from Ninzai. See you later. Bye for now.